Hey, what's going on, y'all? Today we're going to talk about three reasons why who you go to lunch with matters a lot. And I mean a lot, right? And so, again, my name is William Smith, President of Legacy Empowerment Group. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of my clients, how they start off in the government is typically how they finish. And one of the things that is one of the leading indicators of whether you're going to finish is who you go to lunch with. Who are your closest friends at the job, right? And so the three reasons why this matters is because the people that you go to lunch with, one, typically you're going to have the same emotions around money. Some people love to talk about money. Some don't. Some have pain around money. They shrink around money. And so they end up having similar feelings. And then they end up having similar thoughts around money. And that just goes throughout the whole time working in the government. Number two, the expectations. You know, some people have an expectation of, I'm retiring by 55, 57. And so 55 is not as likely anymore, but 57. And so they set up themselves to do that. And those people, a lot of times, they're like, all my friends, we know what the TSP max is. The TSP max, a lot of people think the TSP max is 5%. And I know the max that they will match is 5%, but that's not the max. And if you're somebody that has high expectations about when you're going to retire and you're in that circle of friends, you know that the max is really 19,000 if you're below 50 years old. And you know you can't wait to get to above 50 years old so that you can put the 25,000 in to what it is now. And so I say the people you go to lunch with matters is because the clients that I have that are doing that, they hang with people like that. The people that are not doing that hang with people that are afraid or just don't have the education because that's just not things they talk about. So again, reason number three, why who you go to lunch with matters. You just have the same habits, right? People that borrow from the TSP a lot, people that just overspend, things like that, they tend to hang together, right? And so you just want to be mindful of that. If you see you're around people that are always complaining about money and just never have it, just know that that's a reflection of you. And so what you want to do is you want to shift. You want to get curious, to at least ask questions. Reach out to somebody that has different money habits, right? A lot of times I've noticed, and even myself sometimes when I need to know things, and I'm just afraid to just ask the question of the person that might have to answer because I don't want to look stupid, And I see that a lot even with clients, they just don't want to ask, or they wait until the pain is just so great that they have to ask the question, and sometimes it's too late, And so you wanna, if you notice that your friends have terrible money habits, and you notice you got terrible money habits, it's not something you were born with. It's just that you just weren't taught better things. So get around people that have better habits, and then you can shift your trajectory. So again, just be mindful of the people you're going to lunch with. And I use that as a metaphor because typically the people you go to lunch with are going to be your closest people. And like I said, there's two types of people in the government for the most part. There are people that are planning actively towards their retirement with an expectation that they deserve to retire with a lot of money and they deserve to leave their kids money. And there's another group of people that feel like they just don't make enough money. They never have enough at the end of the day. They don't want to leave their kids money. And those two types of people are distinctly different. And typically they don't hang out with each other, but at the same time, they have the same opportunity because and a lot of, there's some things that could make situations different, but 9 times out of 10, everybody has the same opportunity. It's all about education and people's willingness to submit to the things that they're learning. And just making the sacrifice that they got to make, And typically the sacrifice is all mental. Once you start, and I have tons of clients that can attest to this, once you start something, the momentum shifts. And then you begin to be like, okay, I could do this. And before you know it, what was fear now turns into confidence, and you want to do more and do more and do more. And that feels good when you're surrounded by other people that are thinking the same way. So again, be mindful who you're going to lunch with. If your friends' lives and their financial goals aren't matching up to where you envision yourself in the future, know that it's not going to change until you change. So with that being said, peace and blessings, y'all. Reach out if you want to talk. Talk to you soon. Bye.